What's up, everybody? You're watching Live with Wolfman. I'm your host, Jacob Wolfman, and this is a show about all the things that I'm interested in and all the things that you're interested in. Today, we're talking about martial arts athletes, the active competitors in the United Kingdom and in Ireland. I personally live in America, and many of my viewers live in America, and I don't get a chance to really see too much what happens outside of the U.S. and in my little NASCA bubble, my little NBL bubble. But there's a bigger world out there, and there's people competing with forms and fighting and all kinds of divisions all across the planet. And so I am going to bring in a special guest today, and we're going to talk about the top competitors. Nathan, before I bring you on, I just want to say thank you for coming on the show. AKA, I'm just stalling to make sure that you are going to appear on the show when I click the button. All right, so for everybody out there, let's give it up for my guest, my third guest ever on the show, Nathan. Woo! What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
You are live. All right, so if you can, just tell the people just a brief story about, who you are.
Okay, so my name is Nathan Salmon. I run UTX Academy, which is a tricking, free running, and forms club, or rather school in the Midlands in England. We've been going for just over 6 years now, and we've got some of the world's most infamous trickers like Sam Kojo, Alex Amibar, and then we're also the gym that you see most of the Plan Zero videos filmed in, because that's where they train. So I'm pretty sure most of the trickers out there will know who Plan Zero is. And then obviously I've got some. We were the first free running and acrobatics gym of this kind in the UK. So I started it up after I got out of competing. My background is musical forms and tricking. I used to compete on Team Evolution, which was run by Ashley Beck, who is still I would say without question, one of the most successful force competitors to ever come out of the UK. He's actually now a stuntman. The school's been going from strength to strength. We competed on the WACO circuit, we competed on the NASCA circuit, we compete on the WMO circuit, we've just started competing on ISKA and possibly WKA, not sure yet. We've got some national champions, we've got some European champions, and we've got some world champions as well. But some of these names, some of these people that I've just been talking about, we'll get into in the show, I guess.
Yep. So, long story short, this guy knows what he's talking about. He is like hardcore, dedicated martial arts athlete, big supporter of the sport, big supporter of the form scene, but also big supporter of the tricking scene and the free running scene, just movement, right?
All movement.
Yeah, so I'm super excited to have Nathan on the show. A little background: one of the reasons, Nathan, why I'm having you on the show is because you supported me. It was 5 years ago, I think. 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, the tricking documentary! I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I made a documentary. Yes. It's called Tricking. If you want to go check it out, it's on
Go
YouTube.
check that documentary out, man. I love that documentary.
First video project I really ever seriously did, and this guy called me on a Skype call just like this, and he just told me how much he supports me for it was like a half hour or something. And I was just like, it was so motivating, and it meant a lot to me. And I never forgot that. So when I had this opportunity to have a guest on the show, I was like, all right, I got to get this guy back on, because
I'd actually forgotten about that. That's
man. Not me. I did not forget about that. That was awesome.
That's funny.
So anyhow, we're gonna transition. We're gonna start watching some forms today.
Cool.
And let's start with it. You got a list. Now, anybody in the chat today, you guys got suggestions of who you think are the top athletes in the United Kingdom and in Ireland. Feel free, drop them in the comments. if you have a YouTube link, that would be great. And then I could just pop it up on the show. We can talk about it. This show isn't just about, me and the guests. It's kind of like a collective thing. So the more you guys participate, the better the show gets. So feel free to drop it in. And actually, before we jump over into the show and watch the first video, I just want to recognize some of the people that are in the chat today, aka the Wolf Pack. Let's see my Wolf Pack. Let's see what's going on here. Alex Digman, wow, what's happening, man? I'm glad you're on the show. That's awesome. Cullen, what's up? Jerry, Stephanie, yeah, Chrissy already said hey. Nikki's here. Enzo, Andrew, Adam Davenport, whoa. LP, Oliver. All right, cool. Thank you guys for tuning in. And if you haven't yet, you got to hit that share button. You got to get more friends to tune in, okay? That's how the show works. All right, with that, let's just transition. We're going to watch this first competitor. His name's Louis Anson. Like I said, I'm not that familiar with the UK scene. I know a little bit here and there. I know some of the athletes that Hyper sponsors and stuff. But for the most part, I'm like, this is all new and fresh to me. So, Nathan, I'm going to let you kind of take over and talk about these competitors a little bit. So
okay.
As it plays.
Yeah, no worries. So, Louis Anson is a member of Team Unite, which is run by Katie Robinson and Katie Robinson, Chloe Flower, Jade, Morby. I would say that Team Unite are definitely probably the top team. No, they are the top team in the UK. Without a doubt, I've chosen Louis because he's also a member of Team America as well. So he does. He's coached by Jarrett Liker and Becca Ross, I believe. Yeah. But Louis Anson, his bow staff form is just incredible. He's so fast. I mean, the minute this kid steps out on the mat, it's all about focus. His precision, his stances, everything, his tricks. He's beating kids, and he's kind of like a little bit like I forget his name now, Jackson Rudolph, where his form is, he doesn't do any tricking as such, but his form is so clean that he beats all the other kids that are throwing the crazy tricks. As you can see here, he's very sharp, very fast. He's just, and his performance is absolutely off the chain as well. He's just an all-around competitor. He's also proficient in traditional as well as creative, and of course the extreme stuff. So very, very, very good competitor.
Awesome. So what I'm hearing and seeing here is that, like Jackson Rudolph, he competes in a weapons division and he wins with the weapon. A lot of times people in the weapons division, if they're not as good with the weapon, they'll compensate with tricks and flips and kind of disguise the fact that they're not up there with the weapon. But I can see, I bet you he either studies Jackson Rudolph or he's taking private lessons from him, because he has a little Jackson thing right here.
Yeah, I think he has a. I would say he must have had a couple of one-to-ones with him, because I know he's seen Jackson at Irish Open, and I know that he's done US Open. Right. I can't remember if he's done America or not. But yeah, I know that he has trained with Jackson as well.
Awesome.
But yeah, to be honest with you, anybody off Team Unite, we obviously only picked like my favorites, but honestly, even just before the show started, everybody, I made an amendment to the list, and we just had a quick talk, and I said I could have made the entire list really from just that team, because everybody on there, this is another one of theirs, Dylan Stamborough. Everybody from that team is just on another level. They, Katie and the rest of the guys that coach them, these kids, they do the traditional as well as the extreme, and I think that actually plays a big part into why they dominate, because their traditional is strong, so their basics and their stances and their stage presence is there, and then they come in with the extreme stuff after. So Dylan Stamborough, I think he's 8 years old, or maybe just turned 9 years old.
Is this underbelt?
This is underbelt. Yeah, he's still only brown belt.
Oh, wow. All right.
But honestly, this kid,
not even a black belt.
Not even a black belt. But
nice.
What this kid does, his performance is just unreal. He's one of these kids. He just gets it. He just understands. He just understands the stage presence, and he's just so fast with his hands, and he's so the way he moves. Like like me when I look at hands, sometimes it's not even about the start. It's not necessarily about just the stances, but it's kind of also the style and the way you move. A lot like tricking, if you want. But this kid, it's again, he might not have the biggest tricks in the world, but he beats kids that are throwing corks and all the other crazy tricks, and he beats them because he's just so sharp, so clean. Also does bow staff as well. Also does traditional open hand. Also does the creative stuff, and obviously he also does the extreme stuff. And his older brother's another one, James Stamber, which I don't. We had to keep it short, so. But both him and his brother are just absolutely phenomenal.
Awesome.
But this little kid, considering he's only 8 years old, I generally feel like he's going to be one of the top competitors in the world at some point. Can't really say much else about him. He's just absolutely phenomenal.
For sure, future is scary. If that's what the underbelts are doing these days, that's impressive.
It's nuts, man.
That's impressive. Now you gave me a pretty big list, so I'm gonna like hop through these like pretty fast.
Yeah, no worries, man.
You wanted to show all of them on the air, so
so we'll get through them quick.
Yeah, we're gonna bounce back and forth. The next one. All right, so
like I said, like there were so many. I could have literally just gone Team Unite, but I wanted to. There were other people I wanted to show. Now this kid, right? So Morgan Kerr, I think I'm saying that right. His surname. I've only ever seen this kid compete a couple of times, but for somebody that's still quite, I would say he's not very veteran. He's not very seasoned competitor.
Sure.
Incredible. This was at a competition last month called Unity Games, which is, of course, sponsored by Hyper. And this kid, he came out and he took, I think he took second place in open hand. And I am not sure what he placed in this category because I was actually judging at this event. I wasn't judging this section, but he by far is one of those the most underrated and I would say unknown competitors. This kid is absolutely ridiculous. For considering, I watch forums a lot, and this kid, he's got all the tricks. He's got his stances are on point. His basics are sharp. But he's just, nobody knows about him. He's not, like I said, he's not at all the competitions. So not a lot of people know this kid even exists. But he's trained by Jack Haggerty, and I think he's on Team Castle, which is run by Castle Martial Arts. He's another phenomenal athlete. He needs to compete more, but I believe he has. I'm not sure exactly what it is. There you go, swing cork with the sword. I can't remember what it is, but I know. I think I'm gonna say it was. He has like osteoslatus or something. I'm probably getting this completely wrong, but I know that he has something. I know that he has something that stops him competing all the time. Like at this event, he did 2 categories, and he was going to do the tricks battle, but he's whatever, I can't remember what it was, but whatever it is that he suffers with, it stopped him doing that. And in all fairness, he probably would have done really well at that tricks battle had he done it. So we're coming to one of mine, which is this Emily Pepper. So this is one of the newer competitors. She's been competing for just over a year now. Again, another underbelt.
But we got some girls in the house.
Yeah, I had it. So this is one of my future stars. So this was her.
So hold on, before we play this. This looks a little biased. It's got the Urban Tricks logo. All right, I see. Pulling out the students. All right, yeah, go ahead. Tell me.
Yeah, so see, this girl for her age, she's probably the top. She's just turned 13.
Okay.
But for her age, I would say she's the top female tricker in the UK. Probably more than likely now, she has to be. She's throwing double falls. She's throwing touchdown race cork. She's throwing 540s. She's got gainer switches, and she's now started working with JJ Patel, who is my most definitely my most accomplished student in forms.
At your school, how long has the average student been training by the time they're
She's been training for the average student has been training for they've been training for the better part of a year before they get the red belt.
Okay, so she's a year into it and she's already throwing gainers and 540s and
she's been doing tricking for maybe 2 years now.
Okay. And then she switched over to martial arts.
Yeah, and then she switched over to form. So she was tricking beforehand. She's already won tricking battles against mixed divisions. Whenever she's done like under 16 tricking battles, she always wins. I think she's lost one battle and she's competed. She's done a fair few of them now. So definitely one to look out for.
That's awesome. Cool. Now we're a good portion through your list right now. So I wanted to see if there's anybody in the comments what you guys are saying before we jump ahead. So Ish has a sampler. Oh, this was his sampler back in the day. Ish, you're an American, sir. Can't be playing your American.
Ish Payne.
The American trash. Want the UK gold. All
Martial posture. Is that Ish Payne? Yeah.
Yeah. That's Ish Payne. Philadelphia. He just
I'm
recently.
living the new floor, by the way. Ish Payne. The new floor in your school looks awesome. I think he's just moved. He's just moved to a new venue.
Yep. He opened up a new studio that's not far away from his old one. And then you remember Vince Johnson?
I do, and I believe he's the instructor for Aiden Kennedy. I believe
he's one of many of Aiden's. Yeah, Ish is Aiden's instructor. Vince is also an instructor there.
Yeah.
So Ish opened a school down the street in Philadelphia, and then Vince Johnson took over Ish's location.
Okay.
So
and Ish has moved.
Yeah. So Ish is now he's trying to be like the East Coast Jam. You're kind of the UK Jam.
I guess. Well, actually, Travis Wong was one of my biggest inspirations for setting the gym. In fact, Travis Wong actually provided the designs for our free running setup.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. I'm yet to get to Jam. I need to go there.
Doesn't surprise me at all, though. No, I mean it was a nice sampler. Oh, okay. Oh, this. All right. So let's watch Ish's suggestion. He's got good taste, even though he's American trash. I'm gonna hate on Americans today. If you like it. All right.
Who's this showing us?
Now here's the part in the show where I drag on because I gotta go dig through the comments. So excuse the patience. Actually, while I dig through the comments, let me ask you a question. I want to know a little bit about some of the differences between the U.S. Now, here's the part in the show in the UK Ireland.
Wow. Where do I begin? Okay, well, obviously the US, and I think I speak for probably most countries outside of the US, but the UK is following the US's lead in every sense, not just the competitors, but I guess the competitions. A lot of the issues that we kind of have with the forms in the UK, to a degree Ireland as well, is that the people that run the competitions they're all fighting oriented. So the competitions are run focused on the fighting and not so much on the form. So when you look at the American competitions, you guys are all, obviously there's a bigger pool of competitors over there, but in my opinion, I think a lot of that is because over time the competitions have invested in trying to put forms, in basically promoting forms and putting that as the forefront of the event. I think NASCAR's known foremost for the forms, probably even more so than the fighting. And when you look at events like US Open, Diamond Nationals, Amerikick, and even back in the day when I used to watch Charlie Nationals and all those kind of events, all of those events are all staged. You've got your you've got the night shows. We don't have that. The two videos of Louis Anson and Dylan, that event is the only event in the UK that actually runs a night show for forms. Every other event, it's all on sort of jigsaw mats, away from the crowd, in the middle of nowhere. Right. So this training video that he's showing you is that we're going to show in a second is actually of my old instructor, who I mentioned earlier, of Ashley Beck. Ashley Beck he's the guy that has pretty much taught every school in the UK at some point has gone through Ashley or Ashley's dad.
Interesting.
And even in Ireland, so they pioneered forms in the UK. But yeah, I just saw the video and I went off.
No worries.
So the difference between the UK and the American scene is ultimately the competitors. They don't really have the support of. They don't always have the support of the events, and it's difficult because we do see a lot of people come through that are very talented, have a lot of potential, but they end up getting frustrated with the scene and then moving on. And there's only, it's not every event. Some events do put more effort into it, but the average event forms is definitely considered a second class thing to the main event. And it's definitely a problem. But luckily, I think now we've the UK has just had like a resurgence in form. So they went for a lull period where a lot of the sort of older competitors were moving on to doing stunt work or getting out of the scene altogether, and then and now the next generation has started to come in, and these are the ones that are on the mats now. So the scene, I would probably say the scene is now, from when I can remember it, I would say the scene is probably bigger now, in a way, or better now definitely than it ever has been, but it still lacks the support from the organisers to really see it flourish and go further. And it's a bit of a shame, really. But
yeah. I noticed. I've been watching Unity games because Hyper does work with them a lot, and I got to give props to Unity games because they like we've been watching just Unity game videos for most of this episode.
Definitely.
And their media, like you can just tell, like the media quality is actually quite a bit higher than even the average American competition scene. They get it. They get that forms is a performance art. It's like a
100%.
And you got to sell it. You got to make it look cool to the audience.
100%.
It can't just be like this like iPhone in the corner kind of thing. And they put together from my understanding, like they traveled over to the UK. Or I mean, to the US, America. They come over to America. They would study the NASCAR competition scene, and they're like, "Okay, this is how you guys build it.
Yeah,
let's replicate it over here." And that's why you guys have like the night show and the big scene and stuff. And that's a good call. I think that's a great movement. It's a healthy movement for the sport to grow.
I mean, everything you just said is pretty much accurate. It's run by Unity is run by Jeff Scott, who is. His son, Luke Scott, was actually a member of Amerikick, which is also a hyper athlete as well. So I'm sure you know Luke is.
I do know Luke, yeah.
And Luke has actually just he's been on the stunt register. Luke is, I think, he's the stunt double for the main character in the new Kingsman movie.
Yep.
But Jeff, quite frankly, Jeff is literally at the moment from an event side of things. Jeff is the driving force for forms in the UK at the moment. There's nobody else that is doing anything anywhere near to what Jeff's doing, and quite frankly, this is why we have that event. And you're right, the actual media is done by Trey Drysdale, who is actually an ex-forms competitor himself. And
is he on the list? People were suggesting him.
Somebody mentioned him in the list.
We'll play some Trey just because I didn't know he was the media guy. Man. That's awesome.
Yeah, Trey now runs his own media company. And again, he got into doing media, as I understand it, from making samplers and obviously being in the martial arts world. And now he's the head forms guy, the head media guy for that event. So he's doing really well.
I need to get in contact with him. I've met him. He's been to some martial arts athlete days before.
Yeah, I think he'll be at the next one.
Very well.
I'm sure he's watching, or he will be watching this because I shared it on the UK forums group. So awesome. I know Trey's in that, so he will see it.
All right, Trey, we're gonna give you a shout out later on. We're gonna play some Trey stuff because I know you have this ridiculous sampler. It's a couple years old at this point, but I still remember it. All right, let's go on with your list. Who are we watching now? Max Miller.
This is one of the Irish. Yeah, so this is one of the Irish guys. So this is one of my top guys for Ireland, and again, he's on my team. But Max is just a little powerhouse. again, one of these kids. Another thing with the form scene over here is that a lot of the times with these competitors, they don't have the luxury of having somebody that's teaching their forms and choreograph everything. So they end up making a lot of this stuff up themselves and then going to seminars and learning how to do stuff. And at this point, Max is one of those kids. So this is his opening move. Cartfuls from court.
All right. That's a good start.
And, this kid just has everything. He's super sharp. He's super clean. As you can see, his stances are on point. His performance levels there. His transitions are incredible. Everything that his lines, just the aggression in his form is insane. Hook, scoot, cork to knee. It's just clean. Like it doesn't. I mean, it's not that obviously his opening was big, but Max is one of those competitors that's so strong. When he does creative, he still wins. When he does his weapons are just so sharp that he's at that point where he's going to be if he transitions to obviously adult categories in the next few years, he's going to be up there. In my pick, he's for his age group. He's one of the top guys in both the UK and Ireland at the moment.
What's his age group again?
He's 13 years old.
Okay.
I should know this. 13 or 14 years old. So he's in the 13 to 17 category. Yeah, and this move, believe it or not, he only landed that move like 2 weeks before putting it into the competition.
Right, that's pretty risky.
Yeah, man. But he just drilled it. So yeah, definitely a great kid.
Little graphics mistake. I should have said top UK/Irish martial arts athletes, but it was too much text.
It's all good.
I know the Irish do not like being called.
Especially considering these guys are Southern Ireland. So Adam O'Flynn, this is another Irish competitor. He's from Team LMA, Lifetime Martial Arts Ireland. He's just gotten onto G-Force Europe.
Oh, it's a G-Force Europe team. That's cool.
Yeah, that's something that Jeff Scott's spearheading with Jay Greenhall. I don't know too much about it, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But
sure.
Yeah, this kid again, man, is just a little energizer bunny when he steps on stage. Just energy plus, great releases. He's fast. He's sharp. He's just got it's sort of like the way he moves as well. He doesn't have. He's with the bow staff. I've watched this kid. I mean, I've coached this kid as well when I've been to Ireland, but he just doesn't stop, and he works hard, and he deserves to get a spot on a national team. That's because awesome. He's very good.
I gotta say, I'm noticing a trend here. You guys give a lot of love to underbelt competitors.
We do.
In the States, like, I can't tell you a single underbelt. Like, if you haven't been a black belt for at least a couple years, I don't know who you are.
Wow.
Well, like,
to be fair, that's true because I don't really support. I support martial arts. I don't really see a lot of the underbelt categories unless I watch the live stuff that they started doing.
Yeah. Well, in the US, they would never show. Well, on rare exception, but typically they would never show an underbelt on the stage. Like, you just wouldn't get up there.
When I went to the US Open, though, I thought it was really cool that they have an underbelt night show the night before the Night of Champions. And I'm pretty sure they do the same thing at AKA Warrior Cup as well. When I watched the live show, because I watched the underbelts on that when that came on live.
But it's possible, but I never watch it myself.
So this is this another one? Is this Max Lennon?
This is Max Lennon.
Yeah, Max Lennon.
Adidas.
This kid.
Is he sponsored by Adidas?
I think the event was sponsored by Adidas. This is WACO European Championships. So yeah, Max Lennon. He's on team. What's it called? I want to say Demon Tricks. I know the club is called Irish Martial Arts Academy, which is run by Eamon Lawler. I met this kid.
I've actually seen this form. Somebody previously has suggested this particular video to be on the show, and I just couldn't. I didn't have time, so I'm glad we're showing this now.
Yeah, this kid.
Team
Yeah, dude. Man, when did I meet him? Like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. He has the tricks. He's sharp. His stances are really good. He's young.
Hold on, before he starts, I just want to show you one of my favorite things about this kid. I like his attitude. Look at, he's smiling.
Yeah.
He's walking up to judges smiling. You don't see that.
Yeah.
Usually it's everybody's just like
aggression. Yeah,
I like that.
But that's Max. I don't think I've ever seen Max not smiling. He's just the happiest kid ever.
He's comfortable. Yeah.
Very. And he just knows how to still turn on he knows how to turn on the performance when he needs to, though. I mean, opening TD raise cork to knee.
Yeah.
Again, man, stances are sharp. Everything's clean. Personally, I would say that I would say that this kid, I see big things for this kid. His basics, everything about this kid is just yeah, man. He's just transitions and his moves are so sharp. Everything about this kid, he's just got the right attitude. He's a very good ambassador for forms because he's whether he wins, whether he loses, he's always got his head up.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's really good. His younger brother as well is also quite good. Oh my gosh, why have I forgotten his brother's name? That's so bad. Someone's going to comment. Someone's going to say it in the comments below. But his younger brother's actually really good as well. And also, whilst we're here, the lady that you can see off the mat that's just standing up, Jessica Grant. She is the head forms coach for Ireland. Jessica Grant is, I mean, to be quite honest with you, when you go to the international competitions and you have an allotted coach, Jessica Grant is by far. I think that the Irish team is so lucky to have her because she goes above and beyond for the team. She's always there when they walk on and off the mat. She's very organised. She makes sure that everyone needs to be where they need to be. And she also runs a club as well. Some of my students are actually also members of her club in Ireland. But yeah, Jessica Grant is one of the definitely one of the coaches that I'd like to give a shout out to, as well as I know we're talking about Jessica Grant, man. Shout out.
Awesome. His brother's name is Josh, by the way. You got called.
There we go, Josh. Who is it that commented?
Taj Healy, TADHG.
I know that name. I'm assuming she's one of the Irish parents. I probably, if I saw the comments, I probably know who it was. But yeah, who we got next then?
All right, next we got JJ Battelle.
Yeah, so this is the top competitor in both Ireland and UK at the moment. Right. So this is from the US Open.
Wait, this is not the JJ. Am I confusing? Who's the JJ Dragon?
Right, so we've got two JJs. This is JJ Battelle. The JJ Dragon you're talking about is JJ McFarlane.
JJ McFarlane, yeah. We're going to show her too.
We need to show her as well.
She's the most famous competitor.
Yes. I would say she's actually probably one of those famous competitors, forms-wise.
Ever.
Probably ever.
Yeah.
like I don't think there's another US competitor that is as infamous as her, but JJ, even though we're talking about... Yeah,
I think Tyler Weaver maybe, because
possibly
when he was like 8 years old, he was on Oprah.
He was on Oprah Winfrey. But I think JJ was on Ellen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what's bigger. I think Oprah still wins a little.
Oprah's still going to be bigger, surely. Yeah. So JJ is this is my first official Team UTX forms athlete. WACO European, WACO World Champion. I cannot remember where he placed in this, but I'm gonna say he did open hand and weapons. I want to say he placed 6th place. I was I'll comment on it when we won the video, but yeah, his stances are just absolutely rapid. I remember teaching this kid. He's always been good, but when you watch this kid train, the way he trains is nuts. This is his opening touchdown raise, gain a switch, double cork.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, this dude is. This is definitely. This guy right here is. I'm so proud of this kid because I've watched him fight to have that top spot, and I mean,
he's got the
being a coach. Yeah, rodeo court, man.
Watch this. So everybody, it's really pixelated. So I don't know if you guys in the live stream can watch.
This is the best quality I can get. So when he does his corkscrew, for those guys that can't see it, he's doing the corkscrew whilst grabbing his legs.
Boom! One more time. And to the splits.
And to the split.
I love it.
Yeah, the kid, but he's so sharp. Yeah. I mean, he's got all the crazy high-level tricks, but then on top of that, the basics are on point. The choreography's there. The stances are there. And again, it's like, I don't know about you. For me, when I look at forms, I mean, it gets to a point where you can be sharp, you can be fast, but there's just a style in the way that you move. JJ just has that. And every year he's improving. JJ is the epitome of a perfectionist. I mean, JJ could do a perfect form, and if there's a stumble in it anywhere, the form is not worth talking about to him. He's just when you watch him train, it's so regimented. I'm so happy now that he's moved over to England. So I'm lucky that the students get to heed his experience now and wisdom, and that's Emily has been working with JJ, and that's why her hands and her basics have gotten to the place that they're at.
I've noticed too, just in general, like I work with a lot of the hyper pros, like some of the top athletes in the world, and they're the same way. Like if I'm taking pictures of them, or if they're in a forum or something, and like they feel like they didn't do a good job, even though 99 out of 100 people will be like, that was incredible. They'll be like, no, scratch it. The standard when you set your own standards instead of comparing yourself to others, it seems like you're able to excel a lot further. But
I'll give you a story about him quickly before we start this video. He was at Irish Open, and I think it would have been this year, and it must have been I can't remember which form it was, but he did a form. Form was flawless. He got a 10 from me, and he got a 10 from another judge, which we don't throw out 10s unless we're really wowed. And the first thing JJ said to him was, it wasn't a 10. I was like, okay. He came up and was basically telling me off for giving him a 10, because he was like, it wasn't. I was like, I don't really think it was that good. Well, okay, fair enough. But that's JJ. He's just an absolute perfectionist. But I'm super, super proud to have him as a student and call him to call him my student. I'm very, very very humbled by that, because he's incredible. Cool. So yeah. And who have we got up next? This is Honey Flower. Yeah, so this was one of my favorites, and I because we originally said we were only going to have 5, I didn't include her. And then when I spoke to JJ about it, he was like, no, we have to include her. And to be honest with you, for very good reason, because this girl, so she's the Flower family. There's her, there's Chloe Flower, and then there's Jack Flower. And I could have made the top 5 and put all of those people in it. Just
curious, do you know if they have any? Oh, she dropped it.
I didn't even notice that video that she dropped it on this one.
She doesn't care.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
She doesn't have any family connection to Stephanie Flowers, or is that Flowers? Player?
Not that I don't think. Oh yeah, the American players. I don't think so. I've never heard it come up, so I'm going to assume no.
Probably not.
But yeah, I apologise. This is the video that I sent you. I didn't even realise that she dropped it in this bit. Yeah. But yeah, if anything, I'll find another video and send you a link. But honestly, this girl is going to be the top female competitor at Sunday easily. I mean, I'm pretty sure she can't be older than 8 or 9 years old. And if I'm wrong, somebody's going to comment. I'm sure. Yeah, she can do gainer switch now as well.
Wow.
Yeah, she does. Her combo is Gumby gainer switch.
Very cool.
And then she's also a part of Team Unite. Again, all of that team are just that. When we go out to compete, I'll be upfront about it. They are the one team that when I see them on the map, I'm like, okay, you guys are gonna have to work for this one, because but she's nuts. She's so good. This is actually probably I could have picked a better form.
Yeah, she seems defeated there. But Honey, that's awesome.
She's insane. And who have we got next? Probably another Irish competitor, maybe?
It's actually the last one on your list. And then if you guys in the comments, if you have suggestions, feel free to link them up in the live feed, and I'll play them on the show. And then we can talk about whoever you guys want to talk about. This is the last one of Nathan's list.
Was it?
I believe so.
We haven't
right.
gone through all the Irish kids.
All right. Well, if you got another one that I forgot,
I'll send you a link. Yeah. So this is Billy McLawrence, and he is also part of Team G-Force Europe, and is also from BBA Ireland. So he's taught by Michael. What's his surname? Michael O'Keefe, I think his name is. Michael O'Keefe. And Billy I've known Billy probably not much less. I've known him at least 4 or 5 years now, maybe. Yeah, it's got to be about that. And man, this kid, his bow staff routine is nuts. You'll see what I mean in a second. So when I say style and attitude, see, for me, when I watch a form, so often I'll see kids that have got the basics, have got the strikes, but they just don't know how to perform.
Sure.
This kid can perform. Like, he really knows how to get the crowd going. Yeah, dude, and like he's got a lot of style in the way he moves as well. He's very sharp, very clean. A lot of competitions, it's him and Max head to head. But his bow staff routine, his open hand routine, both extreme creative. As you can see, like, it's just all these little things, like that type of stuff to me is cool.
Yeah, it's the little stuff that matters.
The little stuff,
it's
because
that's the
thing. Like, as a ref, and I've heard you say this in previous videos. Like another thing, I've done reffing national, international level, and I end up reffing a lot of competitions. Pretty much every comp I go to, I ref. But as a ref or a judge, you're looking, when you see that, especially something like bow staff, you're going to see up, down, left, right strike. You're going to see sweeps. You're going to see you're going to see the figure eights and the spins. So when you can see something that's just a little bit different, the triple spin is cool. But when you see things like, I think he's going to do it here. You see stuff like
it's coming up in a minute.
Like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's here now. So when you see this type of stuff, where it's not just the basic strikes, but then you put a bit of flair into it. So hands on the hips, behind the back, holding hands over the head, so over the eyes rather, then into another spin. Those type of things are what make all the competitors really stand out to me. But
I've said it a few times, and it's like there's trying to win, and then there's trying to be remembered. And I think like if you can get to a level as a competitor where your focus is on being remembered, I don't know, like it just has a bigger impact, I think. Like when I ask for suggestions for people to pull up forms and stuff, again, going back to Vince Johnson, a lot of people are always suggesting I played Vince Johnson. He never won. He was never on stage winning, but everybody remembers him because he was like, he had so style. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Team straight up with the commas, and he used to have the gi, like he used to take his
ripped
gi
it off. Yeah, he's just mad.
Do you ever remember seeing the French Open form where he had? I swear it was Mark Cannizzaro and possibly Matt. Who was it? I know maybe it was Mark Cannizzaro and maybe Sammy Vasquez, where they aerialed in and gave him his commas, and you had Marcel Jones tying his headband on.
Yes.
You remember that?
It's been years and years and years. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
You've got one more form to show, which I did send you from Ireland, and that'll be if you got. Are you on your message? Oh yeah. So it's it'll be Aoife Bailey from Team BBA, and also a member of Americic. She's in the Irish section, second form in.
All right. Yep. All right. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that link. Not this one.
Yeah, in this bit. So
did I skip it?
No, it's coming up now. You're going to see it on screen there. This message. You skipped it. Go down. More. There you go.
Oh, Bailey here. This one. Sorry.
One.
Why did I miss that? Oh, she is on my list. I just didn't click it. Whoops. All right.
So Aoife Bailey, world European champion She's world. I think she's definitely world champion. Yeah, she is. She's also a member of Team America as well. Team Ireland from BBA, taught by Jarrett Becker, taught by Michael. I think she's now coaching in the club as well. But she is, in my opinion, she's the top female competitor in both the UK and Ireland at the moment. Just stage presence. And I've watched this girl go, she's had to develop her own style. And this year, she's always been really, really good. But this year at the Irish Open, I just watched this girl take another level up. There's just nothing about her routine that isn't good.
I can already tell she's very strong.
Very, very strong. Her hands are just so fast.
Oh,
as you can see.
I think she's the fastest competitor of the day.
Definitely.
Oh, all right, Kim Do. What?
She's good.
Okay,
she's
Good. Dang. I didn't see that coming. That was awesome.
And she's also a fighter as well, in fact.
Oh, we're going to watch this a couple times.
Yeah, I believe that she did the night show at US Open. I know she was in the Night of Champions. I don't know where she placed, but first ever US Open competition, and she got onto the night show, which is nuts.
That's amazing.
This girl acts aerial, very, very strong, very sharp. I know that there was another girl that she's started to coach from Ireland as well, that came to Unity Games, and I can't remember her name, but you can see that she's obviously taught by Eva, but she's got the potential to also be good. But she I would say for under 16s, she's definitely one of the top competitors. If there's a mixed category, there's very few boys that could stand toe to toe with her.
Well, yeah, from what you showed me today, she's definitely one of the top competitors.
100%.
She's pretty amazing.
100%.
I love this.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Awesome. That's a great combo, and
it's cool because it's different. It's not the same. It's not just backside 9 hook touchdown raise cork.
Yeah. She does the flash, but then she switches her momentum, right?
Yeah.
So she goes here,
swing on one leg, then pop. And then so she's actually, is that like vanish? Is that vanish?
Let's see it.
Actually, swing, lands. Okay, so
no, it's just
backside.
a pop. It's just a pop because it's a 2-foot takeoff.
Yeah. But it's just sharp. Everything is sharp, and it's just so fast.
Oh, see, here's another little moment I like because it's a simple little hand movement, but you don't see it in forms. It's creative. It's creative choreography, right?
So double punch. Yeah, it's cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I want to watch it one more time. I can't figure out what she's doing here. So,
she's going. I think she's doing like a punch. She's punching up and then she's switching her hands, I think.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
But she's sharp.
And then I like this too. I'm expecting round-off flash kick, but it's not round-off flash kick. And then I'm like, oh, okay.
It's split leg back handspring.
I was like, oh, it's back handspring, but it's not even a back handspring.
Yeah, it's split leg. It's back handspring split leg, yeah.
Yeah.
So and it's like a flash with hands and then goes into a regular flash.
Yeah, that's creative.
Is that a cartwheel? Is that a round-off? Yeah, so it's a cartwheel. Cartwheel, split leg flash. Cartwheel, split leg back handspring to flash kick.
Yeah, it's kind of what's cool about that little thing there. It's just gymnastics, but I like it.
It's different.
It's also
different.
I'm being really nerdy here, but it's telling a story of the evolution of the move because mechanically the first foundation is cartwheel. Then the next level up is the back handspring cartwheel. Basically, it's a layout back handspring, and then where no hand touches, right?
Yeah.
So there's that with the legs out, legs out, legs out.
Then that.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's creative. It's good. It makes you stand out, and that's what I think is really important.
She's incredibly talented.
X aerial, good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Is there anyone else that I missed on your list? Oh, you know what? You know what? We got to watch her one more time. I just realized. Thank you, Dalton. See, I get caught up watching this. We're going to watch her all from the top because you and I watched her, but the audience didn't. I had the wrong screen on. All right, guys, we're going to watch her one more time. How do you pronounce her first name?
So her name's Aoife Bailey. Aoife. Yeah.
Okay.
I used to call her Eofi because of the way her name's spelled. But it's Aoife.
It's tricky.
I think it's obviously an Irish name. but she's absolutely sick.
All right, guys.
She's very good with bow staff as well.
All right, guys. We're gonna watch this one more time for you. I apologize. We were talking so much how great she was and pointing out all the greatness about her, and you didn't see a freaking thing. All right. So she's gonna do a little bit. I already called it, but she's gonna do a little bit of a Kim Do action here, where she does the sidekick swing through gainer, and boom, right there.
Top 180 hook, 720 aerial punch.
Good diversity of different tricks. There's that little hand combo.
Cool. And then to B-twist, sharp B-twist as well.
Yeah, it's very clean. And then here's the evolution, the cart over, pop flash.
Yeah,
good.
Nice. Very clean.
Good. Boom, boom. She's getting extra attention on the show today. There's the X aerial. She's one of my favorite.
It's a thing you weren't going to play her as well. No, she's very, very good.
Cool, cool. So I'm gonna do one more time, real fast, just show the people tuning in the little moments that I liked. I'm gonna just recap it again, real quick. So you get an extra love today, Bailey. All right. So there's the sidekick,
Pop flash,
and then she switches over here.
Yep, up 180 hook, 720 aerial punch.
Clean stuff, good stuff. And then here's the other thing I like. This little hand, this little thing right here. Right. It's blurry, but one more time. It's creative choreography. That's what I'm all about. Doing things that other people aren't doing. Here's another thing she's doing that other people aren't doing. So it's the legs apart, legs apart, legs apart. Okay, I recapped it. We got it. All right. We showed the good stuff.
Bailey.
I can't pronounce her name. Etha? Aoife. So I should just pretend that A and O is an E. Aoife.
Yeah.
Okay. You Irish, I just don't understand you guys.
I couldn't pronounce the name for ages, but yeah.
Right.
She's really, really good. So I think that's about it. I don't know. I don't know. There are loads of others that I could mention.
So there's one that I can't believe we haven't shown yet. I already mentioned. Oh, well, first of all, we got to show Trey. So make sure I remember. Let's do Trey right now before I forget. How do you spell his last name?
Try. No, that's Trey. That's his first name. D-A. No, Drysdale. D-R-A. D-R-A-Y. Drysdale. You know what? No idea. I'm going to double check.
Let's see.
Not a clue. There he is.
Got to dance?
Is he no, don't show that one.
No? Okay.
Nah, don't show that one.
All right, here's the sampler.
Yeah, do the sampler.
All right, we'll watch the sampler. I think this is the sampler that I saw.
Yeah. Shift. Yes, this is a sampler.
Okay.
So this is a few years old, but this is a guy who does all of the motion stuff for the Unity games, but he's very talented.
This is the videographer.
Yeah.
This is what I wish I was.
He's insane.
I was like, I'll just stick with the video. I'm not doing the form stuff. Yeah, this guy's awesome. Cool.
Very, very sharp.
Nice. Awesome. I'm glad we got him on the show. Shout out
to
Trey.
I would say another really good one would be...
well, we got to show...
Yeah, we've got to show JJ. We've got to show JJ.
For those of you that don't know, like, this is, as people said in the comments, probably the most popular competitor in the world because she was featured on Britain's Got Talent. She's been on the Ellen Show. Her video has been viral, like crazy, millions and millions of views, where she's like pop culture famous.
If I'm not mistaken, I think she's the face of Waco Island.
And where are you from?
I think she's the face of Kickboxing Island. I think she is.
Who are you here with?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Okay, Pep? Excited?
Yeah.
And that's her dad. And her dad is so nice as well. Like I've met her a fair few times in Ireland and over in the UK, and yeah, like it's honestly, I mean, anyone that hasn't seen this video, this is all genuine. Her dad, the relationship they have together, her dad and her mom, like the support that they give her, and her as well. This is not played up for the cameras. This is genuinely how she is. And when you watch her form, the thing that really kills me with her form is, I mean, what she does. If you take in comparison to, say, an American competitor, who can do all the crazy flips and the tricks, and obviously is really sharp and clean with it, has all the really good, has all of the extreme stuff. You see her at like Irish Open going up against kids that can do all the flips, and she just destroys everyone purely because the performance this girl gives. It's something that I as a coach, I don't know how you teach that. I don't think that's even. I actually don't even think it's teachable. I think that's just you have a habit or you don't. All of the like, if even here with the facial expressions and the.
I was going to say, Kate, can we do in the future competitions? Can we just film the judges' expressions every form and you all just go?
Oh man, don't do that.
I love it. I think it's hilarious.
Don't do that because I'd be on so many blooper reels. It'd be terrible.
Huh?
Yeah, it's nuts.
But it's funny. These shows they're just funny because the judges' faces are hilarious. But yeah, this girl's a little monster, a little dragon, I guess. She's a little dragon.
It's nuts, man. Like I've literally been to competitions where there are other coaches from different countries and different teams, and this girl comes on, and every single I've not once heard a coach go, "Oh, she shouldn't win." Every time she comes on, I remember one coach just all the guy said after like, all of his competitors went up and then she went up. The only words he said was, "Yeah, she's got something special." With a massive smile on his face, like I'm not. There's just no way. And his students were like really really good, and she still won because she's just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Not bad for 9 years old.
Yeah.
So how old is she? She's got to be what, like 10, 11 at this point?
Yeah. I would say she's about 11 years old now.
Cool. All right. Well, we had to get her on the show.
I had to show her.
Oh, the judges stand up.
Yeah.
My security guard.
All right. Well, we're not gonna watch the whole thing, but yeah, she's awesome. If you guys have any other suggestions, I'm gonna go through your.
I would say you need to play. If I'll find the link, I'll send you it. But are we talking about past competitors, or are we talking about like best competitors?
I mean, if we want to go in the past, that's cool with me. I don't mind.
I think we've got to play Ashley Beck then.
Okay, and Ashley Beck.
We have to play Ashley Beck.
So we watched an Ashley Beck sampler earlier in the show.
There's an Ashley Beck form as well. I think Ashley Beck. Oh, yeah, watch a sample or a form. Probably better to watch a form. So watch like Wacko. If it's like, when was the last time Ashley Beck competed? Maybe 2008 or 9, maybe.
Here's the French Open 2002.
Let's not go that far. Let's go like
2001, 2005, Morocco.
To be fair, all of them are good.
2006.
2006. Do that one. That one's good.
Austrian Classic 2007.
Yeah, do that one.
We'll do the 2006 one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's sick. Bear in mind, look, this is 10 years over 10 years old now.
This is 11 years old. A standing Arabian.
Standing Arabian.
Right on.
That's his opening move. Ashley Beck is like just he's actually the reason that I started forms. I met Ashley Beck at a show. And me being me, I remember watching this guy do his routine and then just went up to him and was like, first off, who are you? Second of all, where are you from and how do I get there? And I used to travel up and down the country every week to go and train with him. And yeah, like, he's so humble. Like, he even to this day, this guy, he's actually in the new, what's it called? There's a new Lord of the Rings game that's just come out. I don't know if the advertisements are going over in the US as well. It's like a new RPG game, or I don't even know what it is. But Ashley Beck is he's actually the main.
The motion capture.
Well, there's two versions. There's the motion capture, but I know that they've done like a live action version, advertisement for it, and Ashley Beck is the main character. he's also the stuntman in Iron Man 2 as well. I know he did the stunt work for both Kick-Ass movies.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and he's also the stunt double in Dracula Untold, I think. Ash is.
Seems to be the thing. If you get really, really good at forms, one of the next logical steps for a lot of people is they go into the stunt work world. There's been a lot of competitors in the circuit in the United States and in the UK that transition.
Like Matt Henning, Mark Canizado, Caden Deschelle. Then you've got like Jackson Spidell and like Chris Brewster and all those guys as well.
Chloe Bruce, Luke Scott.
Yeah, Chloe Bruce. And we need to play Luke Scott. In fact, I think Luke Scott actually has a form. There's either a form it's either Irish Open or there's one that he did from Amerikick.
Let's check him out. Luke Scott should be on the show.
Yeah, Luke Scott. If you can ever get hold of him. He's constantly jet setting.
Yes.
Last thing, on Instagram today, he posted that he was on his way to Amsterdam, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's just over. Good. That's just, was that a half-hour flight? For you guys, that's nothing.
You guys have an internal flight for you guys is going to be what, 2 hours? Depending on where you are in the country, maybe more.
Yeah, like coast to coast is probably, if you can get a direct flight, it's probably 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so my understanding with Luke Scott, he's the first. Oh, yeah, I love that move.
All right, so Luke.
You might need to rewind that.
Okay, let's watch the whole form first, then we'll do the replay. We'll break it down.
That was sick.
So I gotta say, of all the competitors we watched today, like Luke Scott is on a way, way, way higher level. I mean, he's an adult. I'm not sure. Maybe he's 17 in this video.
I think he was at 18, 19.
Yeah, about that.
I think he might have been 18. No, actually, he probably wasn't, because when he got into the stunt register, I'm pretty sure at 18, so he might only be 17 here.
Yeah. Okay. So let's watch.
But Luke Scott,
nobody in the world does this.
This is nuts. Yeah.
I've
only ever seen one other kid after he did do this move in the UK. But it is sick.
I don't think I've seen anyone else try to do a Webster and then catch the bow. Did I miss it already?
No. It's not yet.
Okay.
It's coming up. Here. And 1, 2, 3, boom.
Bam!
Catch. That move is absolutely savage.
Awesome. I got to get Luke on the show.
I think that Luke is actually the first UK athlete. No, he's not. Chloe Bruce is actually. I was going to say, I think he was the first UK athlete to be to get onto an American team, but that's wrong. Chloe Bruce was.
She was on Straight Up.
And if not Chloe Bruce, possibly Ashley. Ashley, I know that Ashley was also, like, I don't know if he was actually a full member, but I know that he was a part of Loop Kicks at one point. But the first competitor that I ever remember going on was Chloe Bruce. In fact, you need to play Chloe as well, because she's also Chloe Bruce is. I think Chloe Bruce is infamous. One of the most infamous forms people to people that don't even do forms, because all of her videos go viral because she has a very unique skill set in the kicking department, like nobody else.
Yeah, you're underplaying that.
Yeah, I'm trying to underplay it as much as possible.
Oh man,
for those people that don't know who she is, when they see the video that you're going to play.
Who in this chat doesn't know who Chloe Bruce is? Seriously, if you don't, you will in a minute. I got to figure out a form. Like, there's so many videos of her.
Yeah, and half of them aren't even forms.
No, most of them, I'd say 80% of them aren't forms.
Yeah,
they're just her doing kicks and stuff. Chloe Bruce is. I actually featured her on the show a few weeks ago. We talked about how to do. Not even about her martial arts. I actually talked about how to build your personal brand. And, how you could eventually get your own sponsorships and stuff. Okay. And Chloe,
I remember watching that video now. Yeah, Chloe
kills it with this knowing how to brand herself.
Mastermind with it. Absolutely, what Chloe has 100%. Considering she's not done anything, I think she did do Britain's Got Talent, but she's so famous.
Yeah,
and it's not from being on TV.
It's
from her. Yeah, she's just so infamous.
So let's try to list off the things that Chloe Bruce is known for. First off, she has a Guinness Book of World Records for the most kicks, and the fastest kicker. I think she's done I forgot the number, but it's over 100 standing ground kicks in like a minute or something. I don't know. It's some outrageous number. World record holder.
Yeah.
What else she's got going on?
This is her signature move. This move that we're about to see with the kick. There's no other person in the world. That does this, or the way that she does it at least.
Now I gotta say, this video is definitely over 10 years old.
Yeah.
And she is just as talented.
As
good today as ever.
She hasn't even done the kick yet.
Are you talking about the scorpion?
She hasn't done it yet. I think here it comes.
Over the head, or this? She's got a lot of
this
them.
one.
So
she's got a lot, but just that.
That one.
There's that, but then there's the back, just behind as well. I'm sure she'll do it.
Her flexibility is
it's just off the charts. Doesn't make sense.
I gotta say, her sister Grace is also crazy amazingly talented. They have crazy.
Here it is. Here it is.
There's the scorpion.
That's the signature kick.
Yeah.
I remember once. I've known Chloe for years, and I actually remember Chloe saying that when she goes to competitions and she look at people that could do all the crazy tricks and stuff, she was like, I can do some tricks, but I'm not going to be doing. I can't cork and I can't. There's certain moves that I'm not, or I can do them, but I'm not consistent with them. So she made a conscious. There's Grace. She made a conscious decision to focus on what she was good at, and obviously this kick, she's developed this kick obviously over years, and it's iconic in a way. Well, it is iconic. So, I kind of think that's a good lesson for most forms people. A lot of kids that get into forms, they look at the people that are doing all the crazy flips and the tricks, and for whatever reason, it might some people just tricking just isn't going to come easy to them, and they're probably not going to ever get to that elite level, or it just might not happen.
Well,
so.
I gotta counter that argument though, and
maybe, I
gotta make a point though that what Chloe's doing is at an elite level. Maybe it's not flips, but
100%.
Nobody in the world can do this stuff. A lot of people in the world can trick, but this is a skill set that is
that's exactly what I was trying to say. You just articulated it. I wasn't saying that what she's doing isn't hot. Nobody else can do that because that's just years of conditioning, a lifetime of conditioning to do that. I've taught kids how to do a corkscrew in a year. I'm not teaching any kid to do what she can do in a year. It's just not going to happen. No. That alone, just that there is ridiculous. But exactly. No, Chloe. The point I was making is, I think that the reason a lot of girls and not girls, but a lot of people that do forms look up to her is because she does something that is really different. But it's not just. It isn't just about I can do crazy corks and gain switches and so on. She's found a way of making what she does she's found something that works for her that's very unique. Kind of like Jackson Rudolph with the bow staff. Jackson's one of those competitors that doesn't throw any tricks with his bow staff routine, but what he does with the bow, most competitors can't do. So
yeah,
it's a good role model for those kids that want to do forms, and for whatever reason.
Well, what I gotta say about what Jackson and Chloe have in common is that they have their passion and they know what they're good at and they excel at it, and they are innovative. They're not trying to see what the best are doing and then do what the best are doing. They're trying to do what they are the best at doing. And there's a big difference there.
And that word that you just used, innovation, I definitely feel like. Not just UK or Ireland or anywhere. I think the best people in the world at forms, at anything, they're the people that try and put their own stamp onto it.
Yeah.
They don't just follow what's come before them. They actually try and take it and do something that is unique to them. And it is very difficult because a lot of I see all the time, even with our kids, they want a piece of music that a competitors use. I'm like, no, you got to use. I want you to go and find your own music. I don't want you to use what you had Jacob Pinto using or Michael Guthrie or whatever. I want you to use your own stuff.
Yeah.
There's kids that want to take moves that they've literally just seen someone do and they just want to add it. But why not try and do that, but find a way of making it different? And I think that with forms, I think that's the hardest part about forms, is trying to find something that works within the context of, but you can find a way of being different. And Chloe Bruce is one of those people that definitely does that, along with Jackson Rudolph and and a few other competitors as well. But she's I've gone to events with Chloe, competitions, trade shows, whatever, and literally it's, if you walk in with Chloe, you're not going to get to where you're going without having to stop a million times to sign autographs. And it's weird when you watch people that are asking for autographs that can't even speak English. They don't. It's bizarre. It's absolutely surreal when you watch it.
Yeah. Chloe inspired. Like another cool thing about martial arts is it's not language specific. You know, it's movement, and you don't have to understand the language to be inspired by that person. Yeah. And Chloe's awesome. Nathan, I give myself, the show is allowed to go on for an hour, and we are
I just noticed
we're in an hour and 16 minutes, so I've broken my rule. This is an extended bonus version, so we gotta wrap things up today.
Yeah, man.
But I just wanted to say, thank you so much for coming on the show today, sharing the talent in the UK, Ireland. It's awesome to catch up with you again. It's a really fun show. Thank you guys, everybody that tuned in. We could go on and on. As you can see, I know we could have the show go on for hours, just keep talking about stuff. But we're gonna have to save it for another time. So everybody, if you haven't done so already, if you're new to the show, make sure you add me as a friend on Facebook, hit the share or the turn notifications on so that you are notified the next time we go live. I go live during the weekdays, Monday through Friday, an hour every day. And I got this new thing going on where we bring in awesome guests like Nathan, and we talk about all kinds of stuff. So make sure you stay tuned in for future episodes. Join the Facebook group, Live with Wolfman, and hit the share, hit the floating thumbs up, and leave a comment. You got to do those things every time you watch an episode. That's how the show grows. That's how we get more people tuned in. And the more love that you guys put into the show, the more I'm encouraged to get this thing better and better and better. I got big visions for this show. I have some ideas of where this thing could go, and one day at a time. I'm really excited about the progress the show has made in the past 22 episodes. Keeps getting better. But with that, I got to stop babbling. I gotta end it. I got to wrap it up. I got to go. Nathan.
I got to go coach as well, so that's all good. But thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
And I will definitely be looking out for future episodes.
If people want to reach out to you, just hit you up on Facebook?
Hit me up on Facebook. We've actually got a Facebook group called UK Forms, UK Forms Circuit, which I am going to be doing. I'm going to be running a show on that. I've actually been talking to Jacob about setting up a similar show for that Facebook group. And like I said before, I just haven't had time to get to grips with the software. But I am going to make sure that I get a show out using the software next week. So if you haven't already jumped on that, add on to it.
Yep. So go join the UK group. I'll paste a link. Or Nathan,
awesome.
Can you paste a link in the chat?
I'll paste the link into the chat. Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Take care.
Okay, dude.
See you later.
Thank you. See you later, guys. Bye.